Make your selection now.
You guys ready for some terrible video games? Because I totally am not. Welcome back to Action 52sdays, where we're going to play quality video games like GForce, Ooze, and Silver Sword. I guess I could, if I'm going to keep with the theme, GForce. Anyway, as you might know by now, in this series we're going to play 3 games from the NES Action 52, then 3 games from the Genesis Action 52. So there'll be some fun stuff happening in this episode. Let's start with GForce. So this is... I apologize if you can hear my controller. One of my NES controllers died, so I'm now playing with an off-ramp that I grabbed out of a bag. And it's not good. It's what happens when you have, like, a plastic chest of drawers full of video game stuff, but you just don't really care about going through all of the bags to find something. So, in this game, you play as a pink ship. It can just shoot. I haven't seen any power-ups. I have made it to level 2, and we'll try to do that again. But it's difficult to tell where your shots are going to hit, and if you actually have any clearance between the things you're shooting. You know, it has a life bar, which is something I can say is a bit unique in this week's Action 52sdays. Oh, we've made it to level 2, arbitrarily. Oh yeah, if you touch the floor or the ceiling, you disintegrate. Which is always fun. And what I found in this level is that some of these enemies move so fast that you can't possibly hit them between shots. So it's best to just stay on one course and just keep hitting this button that is incredibly unresponsive. I can't tell if it's the controller at this point, or if it's just that these games are so poorly coded that they run like complete ass. So if you watched... Ooh, level 3! Things move even faster. And it's like a lumberjack's nightmare. So if you watched my King of Kings video, and I said that the camel was supposed to spit seeds, it was. My B button was broken on the other controller, and I had no idea. Because that's the problem with playing video games like this. You can't tell if it's the game or your controller. And that was GForce. Now it's time for Ooze. So when this game was first released, Active Enterprises here said that, oh, this game is so hard, you can't possibly make it to the end. Well, you know what? They were right. This game is so hard, no one could actually finish it. Not because it's hard, but because it is completely fucking unfinishable. This version of the game is... like, you can hear how many times I'm having to press the button to try to get him to jump. That's because if you just do... like, say you're trying to jump like in a Super Mario game. No, that is what happens when you try to jump and press a direction. So if I keep pressing the jump button, he sort of does what I need him to do. So, let's try to kill something. Oh my god, we killed something. Alright, let's see if we can actually clear this gap, because that will be the furthest I've made it in this game. But seriously, there was actually a competition, and... really? There's a competition that was like $100,000 on the line if you could actually finish this game. And of course, no one ever claimed that money because this game is unfinishable. If there's something there that's killing me, I don't know what it is, because... this game is so bad. I can't go on. I just can't go on. We're gonna go to the main menu. And we're gonna play Silver Sword. Fantastic. In this game, it plays a little bit like King's Knight, that Square Enix game, Squaresoft game on NES, where you're basically a knight walking across a field shooting monsters. And I can't tell if that's exactly what this is trying to be, or if they're trying to just reference a lot of Nintendo things, or NES games at the time, because this looks a bit like King's Knight, has enemies that look like Zelda enemies, except for this very unsettling waddling Geoduck or penis. And my favorite bit is that he shoots swords, but here he's just shooting the hilt, like hilt first. But because they couldn't be bothered to change the animation of the sword. So it's like he's being reverse stabbed. And like the last game, you can't really tell how many hits it's going to take to kill you. I think the last one was just 1. This is actually 3. And this is about as far as I've made it, because it controls like complete poop. So far, if I had paid $200 for Action 52 on the NES, I would be calling for the blood of the people who made it. Well, I guess let's get on with the Genesis version of this. Alrighty. Time for the Genesis version of Action 52. Sorry, between recording the NES version of this and this version. The NES version of Action Retron 5. So let's start this business with Ooze. Apparently it's playable on this version. I don't believe them. But definitely looks remarkably better. Fall damage. Didn't the Bonk game have this exact same music? Okay, the enemy's dead, I suppose. Random enemy placement. That's fantastic. Okay, this is a beautiful video game. I'm gonna try this one more time. I hit jump there, but it just apparently... Oh, guess we're not. Alright, time for Starball. Oh, I was hoping. The problem with being thrust into a game and not knowing any of the controls is that... That's really dumb. Alright, so the left analog, the left D-pad, left direction on the D-pad, and the C button are the flippers. This is largely not fun, but it is more playable than the last game. Except there where it fell through the flipper. I don't understand what's happening there, but you know what? Whatever, Action 52, you do you. Alright, so it's time for Sidewinder. I bet this is like GForce. Oh no, it's worse. It's Space Harrier, and I can't seem how to... Okay. There's no firing animations, just the crosshair turns red. I'm assuming I'm doing the right thing. These planes are coming at me and I am shooting them. Okay. Again, no preparation for what's happening. Just spinning in a plane circle. Oh, oh. Oh no, a missile threat. I can't shoot that plane, it's too low. Yeah, there's no way to tell what's happening here. It's like, is it just me, or does it look like they stole this plane model out of another game, then tried to like MS Paint it to have a design that didn't quite look like the thing they just took in out of a Photoshop program? Did Photoshop even exist in '93? I'm sure it did. I don't know if I have much more of this in me. See, I'm not as upbeat as I was for the first game, because oh, I completed the first level of Sidewinder. Oh, I get it now. You're going from side to side. Oh no! Threat comes from below! Yeah, this is virtually indistinguishable from level 1. Except there are more missiles, apparently. Oh, there's more in the sky now. Oh, it's almost a whole new game. This isn't how this isn't how warfare works. But okie dokie. I just sort of like avoid the missiles, like I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to do. I guess it is. Yeah, this feels the most like a video game, but it has the least sort of like, what's the progression, what's the goal, what's the real challenge? Once you figure out that you can just dodge those things, it's like there's no real concern. I completed Sidewinder level 2. Look at me. Time for level 3. Oh my god, we're gonna see all of this game, which is just the same level over and over. Maybe the enemies change. Nope. Oh no, a missile threat. Oh no, more planes. Oh no, I got hit. I have 2 more lives left. It seems 5 lives was way too generous for this game. But we're gonna see how far we can get in Sidewinder in the next 2 minutes. And then I'm calling this and being incredibly sad for next week. I don't know, I've contacted Hyperkin, we'll see what happens. My Retron 5 was a gift, so I doubt it will be repaired or replaced. Which means I am stuck doing less dignified things to get this footage. And it will look less good. But I'm looking forward to getting my copy of Croc up and running. I have copies of Croc 1 and 2 now. I had them as a kid, but apparently I got rid of them at some point, and that was a shame. It was with Retronauts talking about Croc and a bunch of other people talking about Croc. I really wanted to do a little bit with Croc. See if I can play them now, because I remember them being hard when I was a kid, and I'm no better at platformers than I was then, but I distinctly remember it being more playable than Banjo-Kazooie was. Which, if it comes to that, I'll have to wait till my husband is done playing Fallout before I can do that. But oh well. That is the end of Sidewinder, unfortunately. Oh, that was Action 52sdays for this week. I'll be more enthused next week when I know the fate of my poor Retron 5. See you later.